Things look quite flat from a car, but when from a wheelchair perspective, it's been going on for about 5 kilometres.
Keep it up, you're almost there.
Thank you.
Beyond the excitement on the pitch, there are aspiring initiatives that are happening all across the country.
She has broken 5 world records already. This will be her 6th world record in attempting to do 10 ultramarathons in 10 days and deliver the all-important latch whistle.
I realised that I had a problem originally when I was in the army, and that just got worse and worse and worse the longer I was in. So I ended up actually leaving after a year to try and get a diagnosis for whatever was going on with my feet. I had something called hammer toes, which is something that you're born with. They did some x-rays and he came in the room and said, yeah, they're pretty bad, you're going to need surgery on both feet. Are you right-footed or left-footed? So right-footed. We'll start off on the left one then, which was fine. And then he said we'll move on to the right one after that, but you should be up and running within 6 weeks. It's literally a cure. And so I kind of couldn't wait to have the surgery so I could run again. And to me that meant that I could go back in the army straight away, which is what the plan was. But I only got as far as having the left one done. Day 1 of the 10 ultramarathons in 10 days, and today we're travelling from Twickenham to Welwyn Garden City. Looking forward to getting that whistle to the right place. Lots of hills, which for London I wasn't really anticipating. Even though this doesn't look much like a hill, it really takes its toll on your arms. Very energy sapping. That combined with the heat, yeah, everything's on fire at the moment. My arms, even my leg. My left knee for some reason feels like it's been whacked with a sledgehammer. My whole body just really hurts right now. Day 3, yay! Just set off from Cambridge today, heading to Peterborough, not far away from Peterborough Rugby Club, which is going to be amazing. I'm hoping for a flatter day, it would be nice today. There was so much traffic that every time I started moving, it was just building up with hundreds of cars behind us, so we have to keep stopping. Day 3 done, 50 kilometres. I've always done things like climbing and tennis, and anything that I could pretty much get my hands on, I'd do any sport. I ended up having 8 surgeries in 8 years, and then eventually I was diagnosed with CRPS just before I had my amputation. It actually has no cure, no treatments, no medications work with it at all. So you're just in pain all the time, and severe pain as well. So I use something called a McGill's Pain Index, which is used worldwide, and it's basically a chart which charts the most painful conditions that exist. And it starts from 0 and goes up to 45, and it's got things on there like natural childbirth, so childbirth without any medication at all, and that scores about a 35 on that table. Amputation without any anaesthetic, and that's at a 41 on that scale. CRPS is at the very top at 42, and there's nothing above it. When you're in that much pain, it seems unthinkable to do something like that to most people, but for me it was a really simple decision. It was be in pain for the rest of my life, which was unthinkable pain, or choose something that is going to get rid of it, which is the only cure that exists, but that comes with a possibility of it coming back. And it did.
We all have coping mechanisms. Mine just happens to be counting cards, or was anyway.
We're on day 4 already. We're starting off in Peterborough today and ending up in Folkingham. Amazing start this morning from Peterborough Rugby Club. All the team came out to say hello. We had a lovely chat, sort of talked through what's happening within women's rugby and how excited everybody is about the World Cup. They all had a good look at the whistle as well. It's been quite tricky wheeling through this kind of heat. I'm not used to wheeling with temperatures this hot, 34 to 36 degrees.
Do it, you can achieve what you have practiced from Philippines and from all over the world. We are very proud.
Amazing to have a call with one of the coaches in the Philippines. It's always really emotional to speak to all the girls, because you know how much they've been through to get to where they are. It's just amazing seeing what ChildFund have done to help everybody, and how much they've come together. It's like a giant community of coaches, of players. The fact that they're supporting me and they inspire me to keep going as well, it's incredible. Almost 19 kilometres now. Legs going a bit nuts, which It does periodically. It's not the worst, but it's at about 9 out of 10 pain right now. My legs are playing up quite a lot. I'm exhausted and I'm hot. The hills make it worse. So now we're halfway through 10 ultramarathons in 10 days. Today is actually what I call a recovery day. Now I need one of those because of the medications that I have. So I have a multitude of conditions. One of them quite severely affects my bowel. So my bowel basically doesn't work. And a normal bowel would be about 1.5 meters long. Mine's about 2.5 meters, so almost double the length. And it doesn't actually do anything at all unless I have basically an overdose on the medication that you'd have to take if you had a colonoscopy. It quite often causes CRPS flares as well. So that's quite common for me. So when that pain's going on, I'll have another one going on at the same time. So it's just the way it works. I end up with 1 or 2 pretty much all the time. And you never know which one you're going to get, really. Fortunately, it doesn't affect the fibro side, which is something. So that's good. There's good sides to everything, for me anyway. So it's now 4:45 in the morning, day 6. I've been getting up the same time every day to try and get ahead of things and get ahead of the traffic. So today we're travelling from Lincoln to Hull, and it's a lovely day actually for wheeling. It's nicely overcast, so the best conditions that I could hope for. Feels really good to be back. I've been climbing for 3.5 kilometres right now. Feels like we're going up a mountain right now, so it's about as tough as it gets. It would be so much easier to not move, because if you don't move, the pain is less. But when it's tough, I always think about the charity and why I'm doing this. I just think about what the women go through and what the amazing girls are going through just to play the sport and just to actually get on that field in the first place. I'm a bit worried that if it keeps going like this, we're never going to make the York event.
Welcome along to England and to the beautiful city of York.
Definitely the toughest day I've ever had wheeling. I'm really relieved to finish and finish in time as well to actually make it to the York event.
Please join me in a round of applause as we welcome Canada, New Zealand, Spain and Fiji.
So this morning was obviously amazing, setting up in York Rugby Club. So many people came out to see me off. The Lord Mayor was there, all the girls from local rugby clubs. My leg keeps going a bit ballistic. A flare-up of CRPS happens for no reason whatsoever. There's no real way of judging what sets it off. As soon as I have a flare, I don't remember where I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who's in the room particularly. I don't recall what's happened. When you're in that much pain, you don't know anything that's going on around you at all. You have got no idea what day it is, what you're doing, why you're doing it. Really difficult day so far. But we keep going. I'm supposed to have my medication on the day that I finish. Obviously I can't have them on that day now, so I've got to have something that's about 10 times stronger than what I had last time, which makes me feel a lot worse, a lot more poorly, and it will continue to work for potentially a couple of days, which means that my body's going to be very, very dehydrated very quickly, and it's quite dangerous to have it, but I've got no other option. By the time I've had it, you're probably looking at about 3 o'clock in the morning. I may get to sleep if I'm lucky, which is not ideal, but there's nothing else I can do. It's just part of the fun. There's 2 ways of really coping with it. So you either say that I've got this condition and that condition is going to define who I am and almost take over your life, or you're another kind of person who You kind of just say, well, I've got this, but it's okay, and I'm going to live in spite of it and carry on regardless. You find ways to sort of keep going, and you find ways to, distractions, and that's the only way you can get through it, really. Now on day 9, going from Northallerton to Durham today. We'll be going to Durham Rugby Club. We talk about the power of rugby all the time, and that's literally what rugby does. It brings people together. So it's going to be amazing to be there and see that. Lots of people ask me why I use like a normal wheelchair, and it's just to show people that sport is for everybody, and it doesn't matter about the kit that you have. It doesn't matter about your body type. It doesn't matter about anything. Sport's there, and it will always be there and always help you out and give you a better life. Finally made it to day 10, kind of unthinkable really. We're obviously going from Durham today and arriving in Sunderland. It's going to be really, really incredible turning off on that beach.
One of the things that's been so fantastic to see is just her huge resilience. When you look at the challenges she's overcome and what she's done for others, I think it's absolutely remarkable.
Obviously I can't play rugby myself, I'm wheelchair dependent, but I can't even do wheelchair rugby because of the pain conditions that I have in my leg. It would literally just be too painful. But what I can do is I can show people what rugby is and what it means to other people, what it means to me, and what it's inspired me to do. So if it can inspire me to do what I've done, imagine what it can inspire you to do too. If I could send one message to young people today, it would be, you only get one life, so no matter what happens to you, take every little part of life as just what it is, as that little chunk of life, because things get better as you move on, and just do the best we can with what you have.